Chapter 1. The Planning. In the early years of World War II, as the Nazi war machine was tightening its grip on Europe, the Allied forces were desperate to find a way to open a second front in Western Europe. The Dieppe Raid, also known as Operation Jubilee, emerged as a daring plan to test the waters of an amphibious assault on the heavily fortified coast of occupied France. British and Canadian military strategists, joined by some American and other Allied contributions, embarked on the complex and risky mission. Months of meticulous planning preceded the raid. Intelligence reports indicated that Dieppe, a coastal town nestled along the English Channel, was heavily fortified by the Germans. The raid's primary objectives were to assess the feasibility of launching an amphibious assault, to gather critical intelligence on German defenses and troop strength, and to destroy key installations, such as artillery positions and radar stations. Chapter 2. Preparations. The sheer scale of Operation Jubilee required the assembly of a diverse and formidable force. Over 6,000 men from various units, including infantry, tanks, commandos, and paratroopers, converged on the southern coast of England. The soldiers underwent grueling training to prepare for the treacherous mission ahead. They practiced their roles in amphibious landings, scaled cliffs, and endured mock battles on the English coastline, mimicking Dieppe's challenging terrain. The Royal Navy assembled a massive fleet of ships and landing craft, while the Royal Air Force prepared to provide air cover and reconnaissance for the operation. This inter-service cooperation was crucial to the raid's success. Chapter 3. The Assault. On the fateful morning of August 19, 1942, under the cloak of darkness, the Allied Armada set sail for Dieppe. Their approach, originally intended to be a surprise attack, was compromised when a German convoy inadvertently discovered them. The element of surprise was lost, and the Germans braced for the impending assault. As the Allied troops stormed the beaches, they encountered a ferocious hail of gunfire from well-entrenched German defenders. The beaches, known by code names such as Blue Beach, Red Beach, and White Beach, were strewn with obstacles, including barbed wire, mines, and anti-tank obstacles. German machine gun nests and artillery emplacements raked the landing craft and exposed troops. Chapter 4. The Struggle. The assault force faced enormous challenges on all fronts. At Blue Beach, the Canadians found themselves pinned down and unable to advance. The tanks, which were vital to breach German defenses, struggled to make it ashore due to the treacherous surf and beach obstacles. The soldiers on Red Beach faced similarly insurmountable obstacles. The casualties began to mount rapidly. Men who made it ashore found themselves in a perilous and chaotic situation. Heroic efforts were made to evacuate the wounded, but the relentless enemy fire made the situation increasingly dire. Chapter 5. The Retreat. As the realization that the operation was faltering and the casualties mounting, Allied commanders were faced with the heartbreaking decision to call off the raid. Evacuating the surviving troops became the top priority. However, this process was fraught with peril. Many soldiers found themselves stranded on the beaches or captured by the Germans. The evacuation was conducted under a barrage of enemy fire, as surviving landing craft struggled to extract troops from the chaotic and deadly shoreline. The beaches were littered with the wounded and the fallen, and the cost of Operation Jubilee became painfully clear. Chapter 6. Aftermath. The Dieppe Raid was, by any measure, a costly failure. Of the over 6,000 men who had embarked on this perilous mission, nearly 4,000 became casualties, with around 900 losing their lives. Dozens of tanks and aircraft were destroyed or captured by the Germans. The operation did not achieve its immediate objectives, and the price paid in blood and sacrifice was staggering. Chapter 7. Lessons Learned. Despite the heavy losses and the failure to achieve its objectives, the Dieppe Raid was not in vain. The lessons learned during this operation would prove invaluable in shaping the strategy for future Allied amphibious assaults. The importance of thorough planning, accurate intelligence and meticulous coordination could not be overstated. These lessons would be carefully heeded in the planning of Operation Overlord, the monumental D-Day landings in Normandy on June 6, 1944. Chapter 8. Legacy. The Dieppe Raid remains a poignant and somber chapter in the annals of World War II history. It serves as a stark reminder of the sacrifices made and the harsh learning curve faced by the Allied forces as they fought to liberate Europe from Nazi oppression. The bravery and determination of the soldiers who participated in Operation Jubilee are remembered and honored to this day.